It makes no sense to expel talented young people who, for all intents and purposes, are Americans. They've been raised as Americans, understand themselves to be part of this country. To expel these young people who want to staff our labs or start new businesses or defend our country simply because of the actions of their parents.
My parents have told me the reasons were that they just wanted me to have a better life. They wanted to have a better economic life, so that would help me in the future. I actually adjusted through the years, so I really didn't know where I came from. I just knew I had lived here basically my whole life. Walking the streets of Chicago feels, I guess you can say it feels free, knowing that you have better opportunities than back in your home country, that you can actually prosper here, and although it's sad leaving your family over there, but it feels good. For my parents, it means that either way we're all the same. They know that I have more opportunities that they do to be legalized, and that I can actually overcome this if I try. It makes me feel sad, and it gets to me a lot, knowing that I don't have the same opportunity as everybody else.
These are young people who study in our schools, they play in our neighborhoods, they're friends with our kids, they pledge allegiance to our flag. They are Americans in their heart, in their minds, in every single way but one, on paper.
What I know is that it gives us undocumented students an opportunity to be able to go to college, achieve what we want, our goals, and to actually be able to become what we want to be and not have to cross any extra barriers to be able to get to that point.
I think it's a phenomenal way to allow citizenship and opportunities for people who have lived in our country, who are serving our country, who are making a better impact in our country, and now we can allow them citizenship and all that affords. So equal taxation when they're probably paying taxes anyway, but they're not receiving benefits from that, college degrees, college scholarships, but also simply the idea of not being afraid of being sent somewhere that's not your home. Because if you've been here for a long time, this is your home, and you should stay. So I think it's a good thing.
Immigrants also, on average, tend to be people that are motivated and striving, right? I mean, they've gone through all the trouble of coming 2, 3, 4, 5,000 miles and leaving family.
A student of mine in Grand Rapids was undocumented, and she actually, through some sort of channel, had the opportunity to get citizenship. But her parents were very afraid of her actually taking that step. She wanted to go to college. She had some scholarships on the line there. She was a senior in Grand Rapids, and I left Grand Rapids to come to Chicago with her still in contact and kind of trying to say, you need to go get citizenship. You can do it. It's not going to affect your parents. You don't even have to put their names down on anything. And what ended up happening is her father kind of convinced her through some scare tactics not to continue on the citizenship path. And last I knew, she was living with her boyfriend, and she didn't go to college, and she gave up those scholarships, basically.
When I want to do certain things, and because of that reason, I can't do them, and I really want to. So something would be like at school, the class trips where they go out of the country. I can't do that because I can't basically leave. I can leave the country, but I wouldn't be able to come back. So that holds me back from all the fun and experiences that everybody else has. Right now, I'm not able to drive without a driver's license or social security number, so that's hard. It wouldn't let me get into certain programs that I would have liked to. Internships, getting a job, it wouldn't let me do all those things that most of my friends are doing.
We see education as a door or a window to other opportunities. So the more educated you are, the more you can cause change and affect change. And some people have a mind to affect change where they are currently. So they say, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get an education and I'm going to either come back to where I am or I'm going to stay and make a positive difference in the world. And I think we see it as a route to a better life. The misconceptions about the DREAM Act need to be spoken to. I think a lot of people immediately when they hear about illegal immigration, they think of the negative, you know, and you hear a lot of conservative people say something like, well, these are just people who are sucking up resources and not giving back. And I think we need to highlight all of the positivity that surrounds not only immigration itself, but the opportunities for immigrants when they come to the United States, and that it's not a drain on our society, but actually it's giving back to our society. I think demographically we'll see an increase in Hispanic people within the legislatures of states, within our Congress, perhaps even a Hispanic president. They're a large voting body. It might change maybe language, which would be interesting to see more of a Spanish influence on our primary English language. But I think culturally, we consider ourselves a melting pot. And now we're kind of being tested. Like, do we really believe that? Do we believe that America is for, the United States is for people to come and have this American dream? And can that be realized? Or is it just for a bunch of middle class to upper middle class white people?
We have always drawn strength from being a nation of immigrants, as well as a nation of laws, and that's going to continue.
It would change everything. All the opportunities I have, the doors won't be closed anymore. I'd actually have open doors and have an equal chance as everybody else.